How does one become a rabbi? Well, the answer is by receiving smicha from another rabbi, because it's only a rabbi who can create a new rabbi. So therefore the obvious follow-up question is, what is smicha? And the answer comes from Parshat Pinchas. There we read how Moshe Rabbeinu, immediately prior to his death, wanted to ensure that his successor would be appointed within his lifetime. And that's exactly what happened. Yehoshua, Joshua, became the leader of the people in the presence of Moshe. Hashem instructed Moshe to take Joshua, v'samachta et yadcha alav, and lean your hand upon his head. That term smicha implies the resting of hands upon the head of an individual. And that's how smicha was originally given. Already long ago we dispensed with the placing of hands on the head of the recipient of smicha, but the term smicha for rabbinic ordination still remains till this day, and I believe it is charged with enormous significance. Rav Moshe Feinstein brilliantly explains that when thinking of that scenario of the smicha, we shouldn't primarily think of the person giving the smicha placing his hands upon somebody's head, but rather we should think of what the person receiving the smicha is doing, because in order for the hands to go on his head, he needs to bow his head down. And in so doing, he is paying respect to the person who's giving him the smicha, and through that person to all previous people who have had smicha, going all the way back to Moshe Rabbeinu, who received the Torah at Mount Sinai. Therefore, when creating a new rabbi, it's not as if we're giving the person a blank sheet of paper, inviting him to write the next chapter from scratch of the laws and customs and practices of the Jewish people. No. It's as if we're giving him some very precious bricks for him to add on to that ongoing edifice which is rooted in Sinai. And that's exactly what Yehoshua was doing. As he bowed his head before Moshe, he was paying respect to Moshe and to what had transpired at Mount Sinai. And in turn, as we learn in the first mission of Pirkei Avot, Joshua handed it down to the elders, and the elders to the prophets, and the prophets to the men of the great assembly, and all the way through to us today. Therefore, when it comes to the halakha, which relates to new situations which have never existed before, what we do is we interpret the halakha on the basis of the foundations of our Masorah, passed through from generation to generation, and what applies within the realm of our rabbis and the paskining of halakha applies within community life as well. As a nation, we know that we can only know where we're going to if we know where we're coming from. Shabbat Shalom.